Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Bay State in Massachusetts. Welcome to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the New England Patriots. The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties, and off we go from Foxborough. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. First carry for Ramondre Stevenson. And he's going to have a Patriots first down. He's up to the 45-yard line.
And this run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
They'll run on first down with Stevenson. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's May. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. From out of the gun, here's May. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on downs.
So the offense found themselves in a little bit of no man's land. They were too far for a field goal attempt, but too close to attempt a punt. So they decided to be aggressive early and go for it on 4th down. But it was the defense that turned them away with a huge stop to start this game.
It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. On play action, Penix. Open man downfield, that's London. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. That's to Mooney, complete right side. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Koo able to add the extra point, and the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, they'll start out with Stevenson. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
They'll go again here with Stevenson. And he's going to pick up the first down across midfield and down at the 49.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll go play action with May. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. It's second down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
May to throw on second down. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry in the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Ray McLeod on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Now Penix to throw on second down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On third down, Penix. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game? They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and they're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Now some movement up front, and we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. To throw now, May. They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Stevenson. And this, not going to work at all. He'll dive, get what he can, but going to lose yardage on this play.
Look like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like you might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
A gain of 16 on that pass play. Good for a Patriots first down. On the give, this is Stevenson. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Open man, that's the tight end, Hunter Henry.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
1st and 10. Throwing now is May. That's complete to Ramondre Stevenson out of the backfield. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Here's Stevenson, and he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. From the 21, here's 2nd and 8. Here's May. To the left side here, caught by Addison. To the 10-yard line. He is out of bounds there. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They'll have to go the full 10 yards, but it's 1st and goal. And they'll run it here with Stevenson. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Stevenson, and he is going the wrong way, tackled back at the 7.
The idea here on 2nd down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a 3rd and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here, and I think on 3rd and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
They'll try and throw. Here's May. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there. And now they're faced with a 4th and goal. On now is Andres Borregales for the field goal try. This about as short as you can get. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Pats will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And, oh, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Oh, that swung out wide and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kyle Duggar. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown.
Lurk.
And Mike, and as bad as things seem, especially after that last play, the key to playing quarterback in this league, if you're going to allow bad plays to lead to more bad plays, you're not going to last very long. So it's the value of, hey, can you win the next play? And then the play after that. Those are the guys that really make it in this league, and we're going to get a good test of it right here.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. And here's Bijan. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward, and we'll give him 4 yards.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs. Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A big one there on third down, good for 26 yards. Throwing now, Penix on first down. Pushed out to his left. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's into the end zone. DJ Chark. Touchdown, Atlanta. Here's Coop for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Falcons are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Throwing on first and 10 is May. Short pass caught by Henry, the tight end. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On 3rd and 2, it's May. That's caught by Bourne. A pickup of 15 in the air. First down, New England. A give up the middle to Stevenson. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Second down, 8 yards to go. May gonna look to throw. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Patriots. So that's his second touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. The extra point now for Borregales. He knocks it through, and the Patriots go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. On first down, it's Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain. On first down, they pick up 7 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
And this time, they'll just keep it on the ground. And he'll have a first down as he gets this up close to the 40-yard line.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. Now, deep ball for London. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And that will lead to a second down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
So, Mike, regardless of what everyone else is playing, anytime there's a one single high safety, whether everyone's in man or zone, he's really just a full field zone defender. His job is to just help everyone across the board. And there's an element of instincts. There's an element of understanding offensive game plan. And then at the end of the day, you've got to have the speed and the ball skills to get to the ball and contest as many throws as you can.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Play action. It's Penix. Over the middle, catch made by Mooney. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go play action now with Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Atlanta.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. This defense is vulnerable in a few areas along the back end, but none of that will matter if this protection can't do a better job holding up long enough that they can find some of these open receivers that have been able to separate. He just doesn't have the time to get him the ball.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Penix. That's to Mooney, complete right side. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
The Falcons getting their punter out there. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
To the left side, he's got Henry. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Third and short, and here is May. And he is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible, and sometimes it...
The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes. The rookie from Georgia, Jalen Walker, getting home to drop him. He's up to a dozen sacks now on the year. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From out of the gun, here's May. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. Good work there to get this back close to a first down. 13 on the gain. It sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big...
That's going to be intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession? And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
On play action, Penix. Down the field, connection made to Mooney. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and
he's in! Bijan Robinson, touchdown Falcons. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. And now a toss, running left, it's Stevenson. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. Working out of the gun, it's May. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Now Stevenson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll go right back to Stevenson. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Linebacker Troy Anderson there to make the play. Third down and 9. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he will score. Kendrick Bourne, touchdown New England. Borregales now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Pats will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. On the ground, it's Robinson. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Harold Landry, there on the tackle. From the 31, here's 2nd and 5. Now Penix. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Milton Williams. He gets in for the sack. It took a while, but that is his first on the year. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Penix. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jabril Peppers. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone. Now a give running left, it is Stevenson. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off the play fake, it's May. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And he's in! Hunter Henry! Touchdown, Patriots! That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. McLeod now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. He's going to let this one go deep. That is caught into space. And he will take this one in. 71 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons are able to cut the deficit to 10. So down 2 scores, they're going to roll the dice here with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Stevenson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Patriots first down. They'll work the middle this time with Stevenson. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down. To throw now, May. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
They'll try to set up the screen to Stevenson. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker, and it sets up 4th down. On now is Andres Borregales for the field goal try. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Patriots will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Now the lefty panics on 1st down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure that.
The ball comes out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Here's May. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Now, May. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
On 4th down, Bryce Behringer out to punt for New England. Ray McLeod, deep to return. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Throwing now, Penix on first down. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Ray McLeod was the one he was looking for there. And it'll bring up second down. They'll run with Robinson. Robinson, a first down and more. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 32 yards. Here's 1st and 10. From out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. They run over center with Robinson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. From the gun, here is Penix. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here we go. 1st and goal. To throw is Penix. And he will score! Game on! Drake London. Touchdown Atlanta. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. And no return here. This is a touchback. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On first down, they'll start out with Stevenson. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. To the left side here, caught by Addison. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 17 yards on that play. First down, New England. A run here with Stevenson. And he'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. The second down throw is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Throwing on third down is May. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Little miscommunication there now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Robinson. Robinson hit. He's lost the ball. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game, but fortunately a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession. Here's 1st down. Back to throw. Here's Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
2nd down, they need 7. Here's Penix. That's to Mooney, complete right side. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Ideal circumstance there. They get the 1st down and preserve that final timeout. Throwing is Penix. To the right side, catch made by McLeod. And he's very close to a 1st down. He's out after a pickup of 9. Now 2nd and inches. Again, it's Penix. He'll let this go towards the end zone. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They'll run with Robinson. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
Anytime you're having a really good drive like this, Mike, you just hate to see it stall out on the fringe of the red area. But in this case, not only do they pick up some good yardage on the ground, they get a fresh set of downs to hopefully go in and finish this drive with a touchdown.
Now the Falcons will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big 1st down. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. 1st and goal coming up. So it's a win for the Patriots. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Patriots winners at home as we say so long from Foxborough.